Good evening, everyone. My name is Mukesh. Sorry for the delay. I think because it's a weekday, I think a lot of people are still stuck in traffic and coming back. In respect of people who are already here, it's important we start on time. So, first of all, thank you very much for coming today on a busy weekday. And so this event is more on with Leadsdubai and in collaboration with Leadsquared. So here we're going to be talking more on lead generation and automation. Now, it's important. It's a big topic. Marketing and lead generation is not something you can cover in half an hour, 1 hour. It's like a lot of things. A lot of people have a lot of questions. So in the agenda, we're going to first start presenting with us, Leadsdubai, and then our partners, Leadsquared, will take over, and then there will be a few Q&As in terms of the knowledge or some questions and how to grow your business. So with that, we'll start. So strategies to reach new customers online. So the agenda today will be more on the marketing channels. What are the marketing channels we are going to talk about? What are the marketing offers? I mean, believe it or not, in today's time with AI, with automation, with machine learning, most of the marketing can be handled by machines, can be handled by automation. So what you have to be good at is marketing your offer, crafting your messaging, how you can do that better. Now, in terms of pretty short time that I have, in about half an hour, the whole marketing I'm trying to condense into what's important. I feel that the knowledge of today's time is important for you. So we're going to talk about marketing offers, how do you measure, and after that, how do you sell more with Leadsquared. So about me, I started Leadsdubai in 2013. It's been 10 years already. We started with a goal to help small and medium businesses to improve their marketing efficiencies and goals. It's not 100% successful because marketing keeps changing a lot, but we still strive for that vision. And so that's about me. I've handled a lot of campaigns and digital campaigns and strategies, and also training for clients to kind of help them improve their marketing results. Now, build your brand. You already know that building your brand is so important. Now, why is it important? A simple question to the group. Have you all seen ads on YouTube for Grammarly? Anyone? Grammarly you've seen? Monday.com, anyone seen? Yes. What do you think of them? It's right in your consideration set. You already know them. To the point, it's so annoying already, right? Because you just see them. So tomorrow, if you want to get a Word document character tool or something, grammar tool, Grammarly is going to be in your consideration set. I agree that you don't have the budget of small businesses, don't have that budget of a high-scale company, but that's how important brand is. So, be it in whatever niche you are in, it's important that you think about your company, the name, or the service which you stand for, so people recognize that you are the go-to person. Even if it's a small community, it doesn't matter. The people need to know what you stand for. That means how you differentiate. So, another benefit of empowering a brand is because when people know you, the cost per click or the cost of lead generation is cheaper because they know you, and it's much easier for you to penetrate and get into their decision-making set. It also improves your CTR, so how do you do that? The point is, how do you do that consistently? So it's all about your messaging. You need to be appearing in because omni-channel, the first point is omni-channel, right? Omni-channel is, people are everywhere. Everybody is using today, and I was reading research today that teens globally are spending 4 to 5 hours on social media alone every day. 4 to 5 hours. That's a huge time. Talk about TikTok, talk about YouTube. Facebook is not even considered because all these new boys are coming and they're eating away a lot of their time. You may think it's a good thing for you, but it's not. The reason is people want to consume content so fast. When you go to TikTok, within seconds you know you want to skip that. And you want to move to the next thing. So your attention span is so less. Given that people are on mobile, but still it's very hard to capture attention. So you need to be more creative. I began my message with how creative can you get with your messaging so that people stop and pay attention to what you have to say. Else they're just not even giving you a chance to kind of look at what you want to offer. Invest more in upper funnel. For example, I gave the example of that. One good thing is UGC content, user generated content. There are a lot of local influencers. We have some good partners, influencers. What they do is they can actually get you your product, whatever product or business you're in. They can, on their own angle, create some nice messaging videos, and they talk about your business on their platform. They have a huge followers already, and they can actually get you more attention than you could come up with your own plan. So you have to think of different ways to create content to be in the consideration set. Then comes this rule of hook, story, offer. Now, what is hook story? So, whenever you go to a website or you're going to a news website, there is some ad which says weight loss. There is some ad, a lot of ads are going around with get rich quick. All these are hooks. People use these hooks to get attention. That's the first step. I'm not saying do a false hook, but think of your messaging in such a way that when people think of, for example, if you're in a real estate, so you talk about how you can, retire early. I mean, that's like the benefit, the end goal. But that's your hook where you get people to click. That's the first win. You have to actually even get the click to get to your website. Otherwise they're not coming to you. And when they come to your website, if you're trying to sell, they go away. You have to talk about their benefit, their story. Again, back to your copywriting. If you have a good copywriter, hire them, because your messaging is the key now, and people relate with emotions and the story, and so that kind. And then you make an offer. Then you have the right to talk about how your solution can help their problems. Because you have to listen first. If you don't listen and just sell, you already lost the battle. We'll have some Q&A after this. So here, focus on the interest, tell a story behind it, and make an offer. And then after that, you have to listen to the customer. I mean, this is already known, nothing new I'm talking about, but people forget when they start about their ads. It's like the best so-and-so company, and people kind of are deaf, they're blind to these kind of ads, and they're already kind of moving away from such ads. So next is with the advent of a lot of privacy data. I mean, many companies, when people call us, they say we want to do email marketing, we want to do SMS marketing. When I ask them how many years you are in the business, they say we're in the business for 10 years or 5 years, whatever. Then say, okay, you must have collected some data on which we can do some email or SMS or WhatsApp campaign. They said, no, we don't have data, or we have only 1,000 data or something. It's a big mistake. What happened is, every day you're trying to pay money, trying to attract new customer, hit or miss, and you're losing money in chasing new customers when you already have your own data which you're not even nurturing. So Leadsquared, when they come up back, they'll talk about how you can retain the data and actually make it to work. It's much easier to sell to an existing customer than to a new customer. So coming back to how do you collect data? I mean, it's very difficult. So you have to think about the quiz, survey, or funnel. Whatever business you're in, you have to first ask them, okay, think of like for example, in our case, we do something called as top 10 tips for lead generation, right? That's the end result. To get this, enter your name and email. So under the email, the promise is they are going to get these top 10 tips, because think about the customer first. Customer is only thinking about themselves, they're not thinking about you. So they always think what's in it for them whenever you are giving any messaging. So if your message is not thinking about them, what's their instant requirement, you lost the battle, because they are always, that's how the nature is. So to collect, the next slide will talk about the quiz. So think of in your business, what's your lead magnet? As in, what is that free checklist or guide or giveaway, something that you can give to your customer on your website, but that's your first entry of data collection. It's your first party data. You own that data by giving away some information, and that's free. So don't go for the straight e-commerce sale immediately. Hey, buy my product. No. Okay. What do you like? Let me tell you. If you're an e-commerce fashion brand, you can talk about the top 10 trends which is happening in today's time. Would you like that? Yes, great. Enter an email. We'll send it to you. Or people don't like emails. There are automation. There are chatbots. There are things like that where you have to first, talk about. It's like date. You don't marry a person when you go on a date. You have to kind of know each other. And that's where the quiz or the polls come into place. Start collecting user data, even if now it's not too late, because come 24, Google is also going to remove cookie data from Chrome extensions, from the Chrome. So this way, even the remarketing campaign or the behavior of the users when they go on a website and browse, even that data is going away. Apple has already done this, iOS 14 update. You cannot track user data. So if you're thinking you are going to rely on pay money and get traffic and generate some sales, the marketing online with ads is going to be even more challenging if you don't have your own first party data. Start collecting your data. And last point, nurture them through email campaign. You don't just collect the data and sit there. You have to send them reminders, emails, or SMS or WhatsApp, multiple channels. Your customer may go to YouTube. So think about creating your own 3-second or 3-minute video or 1-minute video so they can at least be there. So yeah, that's the thing. They read the blog post, they opt for your free resource, then you send a welcome email. It's all automated, by the way. That's a good thing. You just have to set it up once. So the key thing is to take action. Use the free resource, content. Again, content. The last one, that's where you get to sell. Because people don't just buy like that. Already. Think about your own behavior, right? So people have to research. They have to think. And of course, impulse buy is different depending on your product set. So this is, for example, the journey. Like the traffic comes to your website from wherever source you're getting the traffic. They take the quiz. Quiz can be only 2 or 3 pages quiz. Very simple. They can name your gender or depending on what matters to you, and then they opt in, and then based on the results you send the email follow-up. Example: let's say this quiz, this lead magnet. Ask them 6 to 10 questions. In our case, we did just to give you an example, for a universal first education, we asked the students, give us your details as to which what you want to learn, what's your higher education goal, which country, tell us about your budget, things like that. And the promise was, in the end, when you finish your quizzes, you will get the list of all the universities with the fees and the USP. It's like a result in the end, but to get that result, you have to give us some information first. So that's and that through that campaign, it rose our conversion rates. Before, when we just say, okay, get your university of your choice, the ad was there, they click, they come to a page. Like old-fashioned way, you can ask a name, number, email, submit. Nobody fills that form. The moment I say, get top 10 universities which matches your requirement, suddenly you're talking about the user's benefit. And to take that, take a 1-minute quiz. Tell them what's going to happen. Otherwise, they're not going to stay there. A lot of people click, go. And you lose your 10 dirham click, CPC. So it's high cost. So, and in that, we increased the conversion from to 10%. Instead of a standard landing page, the quiz-based form was 10%. That means every 100 people who visited the website, 10 people completed the quiz form. And that resulted into a good quality leads for us. So yeah, and then you do a drip campaign, sending emailers, because see, when a lead comes in, that's where your job actually begins. That's not where it ends. And a lot of people, they call, they close, and they forget to follow ups. Thanks to multiple tools, which actually helps you nurture and follow up through, and then you're working together with it. Okay, some more content creation tips. It's just like in the passing, I thought these points could be important. I'll read out quickly. Think about your website, your emailers, your content, whatever you have on your website or your brochures, whatever. No long paragraph, have bullet points content, space it out well, and FAQs. FAQs is a big thing. Your customers already have few questions. Don't let them ask you, put it there. Let them first clear their doubts. Make it easy. It's like you have to make it like a no-brainer for them to decide, right? And then reviews. I mean, reviews are so big that people are already faking it. A lot of people just put the wrong information, and I get a lot of WhatsApp nowadays. Hey, we can give you 10,000 reviews and all that. So they know reviews are so big already. You know, how do you trust the machine now? It's like everybody can do anything here. So case studies. Your good customers, talk to them, make a video case study. It's just one case study, but then see that's the beauty. I mean, content creation we're talking about. So when we talk about this video, which is your client testimonial, talking about your experience, that video can be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram story, all these video platforms, plus your website. It's going to be everywhere. So that one bit of content is like being used, and you can use that. That's the beauty. You can use that video creative in your ads. So you're not talking about your product. You're saying, hey, hear what this guy has to say about us. It speaks volume. People go by what you have to say about them, not what she has to say about herself. You know. So that's like people believe that. Give away some content, quizzes. We talked about it. You have to make it. If let's say you are in a business of business setup. Example. It's a big buy. It's a big decision. Business setup. It's a long cycle. You have to give them comparison chart right on a page. Hey, why should they do business with you compared with others? You know, what's their USP? So you have to think a lot about how to make it easier for them. Okay, so that's there. Sorry, I think I'm missing the clicker. It's confusing me a bit. Okay, you can use AI to do content creation. I mean, what better time than now, right? ChatGPT. Anybody use ChatGPT here? Yeah, very popular, right? It's making a life so much easier, right? Google Bard, Jasper.ai, Copy.ai, Midjourney. It actually creates images for you or videos also for you in certain instances, and you can just give it to your designer. For example, Midjourney, it will create. You can just say, a businessman busy. That's your message. It creates that illustration. And you can give that idea to your designer to make something similar in your branding, and it's done. That's how fast it is. So DALL-E is also a free tool. You can use these tools, and there are plenty actually. If you see the underlines, later on, please email me. I'll send you the slides. These underlines are actually the link to the site. Plus, this image itself is a link to top 10 tools for this AI, which you can actually go and use it. So you don't have to have expensive resources for creating content. So this is to your rescue. You just have to get started. So here I'm trying to tell you about how you create content, and before you talk about lead generation. Now coming to marketing channels. I mean, we've done the part of content creation, why it's important, and now we talk about. These are the known. You have to be on Google. I mean, if you search engine, this is where the journey begins. If you're not on Google, you're already missing out a ton of opportunities on a daily basis. That's why even 10 years back and today, my pitch is the same. You need to get started with your SEO and your presence on Google, with whatever keywords that's in your mind. You know, small is. In fact, we do 10% of ads, PPC. All of our leads actually come 90% from SEO. And that's because we're investing in content, and proper content, useful content, and it's changing every day. So some of the marketing you can think of channels after your content is clear. SEO, search ads, display ads, YouTube video, it's big time. A lot of people, in fact, I was listening the other day, more people are now watching YouTube ads, or in fact 50-50 on TV than on desktop. Streaming devices, and your YouTube video ads are right there in your face. It's so powerful that you can. But again, if your message is boring, people are want to skip that. They don't want to listen. Sometimes the ads are so creative, I want to watch it. That's how impactful they are. So they're coming off the age, they're coming up better. So you have to again think of your messaging. So that's on the Google Ads side. Then we talk about example SEO. Whatever business you're in, think of your keyword, type it out, check who's ranking. Maybe that guy is doing something better. Sometimes even your company name, the brand name, okay, some of your competitors may actually bid on top of it, and their ad will show up above, and then you are below that. So they take away that click. So they're taking away your business actually. So if your company name or your brand name is, type it out on Google, no space, no .com or .ae. Just type it out and see who comes up. If somebody is showing ads on your name, you need to claim your position on top. That's your brand after all. I'm not even talking about your service, I'm talking about your brand name, your company name, that is. So you need to claim that on top, right? So yeah, this is, you have to, like I said, it's not even a question of when, you have to start like yesterday on the SEO front. Then we talk about, after Performance Max, we talked about AI, right? A beautiful thing has happened on Google Ads about a year ago. They came up with this Performance Max campaign. And this has actually made life so much easier for everyone. Even for end user or agencies or anybody. All you have to do is just give them your images, okay, the image of your service, and that's it. I'll repeat. Just give them your images and tell them your budget, and that's it. Your website address, it will scrape the content from there. It will come up with the headline. It will come up with the messaging, the unique proposition. Provided your website is done well, that's important. Otherwise, AI doesn't know. AI still needs us to tell them what information is correct. They will take the information, they're going to make videos out of your content. And from there, they're going to distribute your ad on search, YouTube, display, discover platform, Gmail and Maps without you knowing where your ads are showing up. We thought this is going to fail. We thought this is not good because there is no control. We cannot choose which keywords we want to show our ads for. We cannot choose where the ads are going to show for my. Is it going to be on search? Is it going to be on YouTube? I don't know anything. When we thought, we were very reluctant to use this campaign. So for one client, they're into e-commerce. We were doing shopping ads campaign. We said, okay, let's try Performance Max. It's very easy, first of all, to set it up. But what surprised us is, the machine learning is much more smarter than us. They know where to show the ad, which platform to show, there's the platforms, which ad combination to show, the headline, the image, the description, that's your messaging. They take care of that also. Which time of the day, which device to show, and who to show, the audience. So the machine already has like hundreds of factors to find out who's the right person, and this particular campaign type is actually geared towards helping you get more conversions, lead generation. That's your end result. So that's even beautiful. So we were surprised by the results, and now more than half our campaigns for our clients, we run Performance Max, like a no-brainer, because we know it's performing. This means machine learning is taking over us humans in terms of the performance in campaigns. So for you, what's important is your messaging again. Back to what's your value to the customer. You just have to take care of that part. Everything else is taken care of. It's such a wonderful thing that's happening with this type of campaign. Alright, so after you go with Google, then of course your social media channels, you can't ignore that. That's where everybody is. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Anyone using TikTok ads or running ads on social media? You are? How was the results?
Pretty good,
Yeah, because see, people love bite-sized stories, right? It's like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Then why they go to TikTok? Entertainment, to learn something, to get inspired. Many people go to pastime, it's good. But then when you see something useful, you want to stop and take notice. And that's where, again, back to my core message of the day, your messaging. If your first 3 seconds is strong enough to capture, you've already got the attention. Otherwise, they're just not going to give you any chance. There's no option there. So of course, if you're into B2B, LinkedIn ads works good. Snapchat, TikTok, all these options are there. But then again, you can't be everywhere. I can understand the budget constraints, but you can try and test with one platform, and then if you want to get, because people are in different places for different reasons. So try to reach more people is actually more useful. With my time limited, I'll just quickly brush through. Sorry. These are your campaign types. Some customers, just to give you an idea, one client called us and said, hey, we want to do YouTube ads. Okay, great, we'll do that. How many views can you get us? Okay, I said, we can give you 10,000 views, no problem. I said, okay, great. And how many leads can I get from there? Okay, it was I think real estate campaign, right? We said, oh, real estate leads, I don't think it's right. His understanding was, with YouTube, when they see the property, when they view it, they're going to come to the website and they're going to fill the form, and that's where the lead generation happens. I told him that's not the way it works. The machines are, they know what they want to, but you have to input the wrong information, it's wrong. So if you want video views, then you go for the views campaign, right? If you want leads, then you have to go to the leads campaign, and many people make mistake in the journey of the objective itself. If your objective is wrong, you're already in the wrong direction. So it's very important to kind of not make these kind of mistakes. Then we have other type of ads after Google, after social media. You also have other options. Some pretty good ones like native ads, tabula ads. We've seen good success for our recent client campaign for an event it was to organize. So we had some good registrations from there. There are influencer. If you're not doing it, you should consider it. After the event, I'll give you 2 or 3 names whom you can talk to, and they can actually get you 30 to 40 influencers a month. And these influencers, very low cost by the way. You just tell them your product, what you want to offer, and they're going to make content for you. First, you get the content free. That's beautiful. The video. And who better to create content than the influencers themselves, because they have a good following for a reason. So I can share that information on that. So, and then of course, if you have your data, do an SMS, email. Some of the other campaigns also we do, if you want to consider, is outdoor, radio, metro. People have different requirements. That's omni-channel. Everywhere you have to reach your customers, right? So that's the kind of the marketing channel that completes the part 2, marketing channels to consider. Like here, hey, we want to be everywhere. We want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do this. In the end, where's the result? So it's important to measure and optimize. If you're not measuring, if you're not checking where you lost money, where you got results, you didn't get results, that's where you have to think about. Are you? 50% of people whom we take on, we see that they are not tracking correctly. They don't have proper tracking codes, conversion, analytics, basic things like what you have here, analytics, pixels, all this, they are not there. So first we set this up, and then we spend marketing dirhams. Otherwise, there's no point. You're sending traffic, they go, we don't know what happened, it's money down. Nothing, you can't do anything. So we focus on this, and you should do too. If you're thinking, if your tracking has an issue, talk to us. Our colleague Prashant here, expert at tracking and integration, there he is. So he can help you out with at least getting your setup right. Whatever you do later is a different story, but get your setup right. Otherwise, you're just filling up Mark Zuckerberg, and they're filling up Google guys, and you are like kind of thinking what's going on, right? So tracking is very important. So what you could do, after the presentation, you have to think of how you take the next steps. First of all, start with your website audit. If you think your website needs some revamp and stuff like that, we've got some offers where first you need to do your website audit, and then if you want to sell something, your content, again, your landing page, your offer, the messaging which we talked about, you have to put that in place, and then start with your SEO or Google ads or social media, depending on the requirements. Pick up the marketing channel, craft your message well. Speed, very important, it's understood, speed has to be good, but many people, website is not good. Social media has 90% traffic from mobile device. What's your site speed, for example? You have to test all that. That's where it comes into the first step, which is the website audit report. And then measure results, start campaign. So that's the next step, what you could do. So some of the offers that we have, if you want to start running ads on Google, to new accounts only, there is a Google ad, because we are Google Premier partners, they are giving us 1500 dirhams free credit for advertising. If you want to use that, we have that. Then if you want to learn yourself how to do ads, welcome that. We have some good number of videos that you can actually watch step by step and do it yourself, the Google Ads training. And then we have a free 30 minutes consultation talking about your business to understand what's your plan, what you're doing currently with me or with Prashant.
Is that face to face though, or is that going to be
on
online?
Zoom? On Zoom. You can
okay.
Yeah, online. And then some of the marketing offers, like if you want for awareness or branding, that's on the left side. If you want to talk about SEO, Google Ads packages, stuff like that, which we can discuss after our session. And here, another thing, marketing world is changing very fast, right? You know that. So you need to be up to date if you want to really be ahead or be at least at the pace. Even we are not at the pace, it's so fast. So we are also partnered with AdWorld Pro, where it's like Netflix for marketing videos. Updated, latest, new. And we are really liking the content that they have put out over there. So, they have videos in their platforms like how to, I like that, this one. Discover the 8 captivating copywriting hooks. for your website. Again, the book story of, for example, she talks about that very nicely, how you can work with your own platform. So that's some lead generation, how to kind of think about how to create quizzes, surveys. A lot of good videos are there which we take our inspiration from to implement. Then there are, if you want to learn about Facebook ads or content marketing and stuff like that, they've got some good number of videos, and latest, by the way, these are all new. Every week they drop in new videos. So this is our offer. So for that website, I forgot this one. Wait a minute. Yeah, for the AdWorld Pro, they are currently offering a $1 free trial offer for 7 days. If you want to check out the content to see what's in there and check it for your own business, if that's useful, you can scan this code, and through this code you can actually go to the website and check out what they have, and for 7 days you can try it for $1 and check if it's useful. Up to you.
Is this for AdWorld Pro now?
AdWorld Pro, yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
the free consultation QR code,
Yeah, that's a
for
QR
you guys?
code where it will take you to our link where you can book a 30 minutes Zoom call session with me on a preferred day, and then we can have a discussion as to how we can improve your marketing goals, results. So these are the two marketing offers that we have. And moving on, I think our time is almost up. What's the time? Are we doing on time, Michelle? Okay. Okay, I think we are in time. Okay, so yeah, with that, I think my presentation comes to a wrap. I'll be open to some question answers. After that, I'll hand over to the Leadsquared team. Yes, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yes, please go ahead.
For example, where I set up my company initially in South Africa, we had an act which was classified as the Popular Act, which was basically an agreement with personal data, right? Is there the same kind of act or agreement within Dubai? And if so, what is it called?
What's the data, sorry?
Sorry, in South Africa it's called a Popular Act, meaning that if you as a company are dealing with people's personal data, numbers, emails, you had to sign an act with the government in accordance to that.
Okay.
I know there's some
Here is not such a case, still grey area.
Still
Where
grey.
people buy and sell data, which is not, we don't recommend that. That's why try to build your own data, but it's easier said than done. But if you start today talking about, I don't know how many years to collect your own data and actually work on that. But yeah, there are ways where you can, again, see, this is where you talk to your partners, people who are not in your business, if they have data, use that. But then buying and selling data, we don't recommend that, and there's no such things in place yet over here.
Not,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, anyone else? A question? If you have any question, now is your time, by the way. Unless you want to meet me after the event, because, yes, please, anyone?
I've got quite a few, but maybe I'll save it for the end.
Okay, then we
Nobody
can
else.
discuss
Yeah,
on the
sure.
end.
No
Okay,
problem.
so fine. Thank you for your attentive listening. Thank you very much. So now I'll hand over to our partners, Leadsquared. Should we give a break, or you want to? We can continue, right? I think we can continue.